What's up, chat? Are we ready for the big game? Are you guys going to be mad at each other because half of you are from Canada? Sylvie's rooting for Canada, so we had to put her in jail.
Yeah, boo!
Get my chat pulled up here. Yeah, it's on ESPN Plus in the U.S. also. I mean, if you're rooting for the U.S., no Makar is a good thing.
There's just a little bit of a bug there, huh?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
What are we drinking tonight, DJ? And the rest of chat, I suppose. I just know. Oh, you're sick? You're sick too, DJ? Just popcorn? All right, well, stay away from me, chat. I don't want to be sick.
Watch out for that bird flu.
What's up, Rex? You ready to howl for America? What is the best thing to drink when you're sick? I mean, a lot of people say Gatorade, I feel like. I don't know that it really does that much for me.
You ever had a hot toddy?
I have, but I generally don't like drinking hot things.
Well, is the question what's going to be enjoyable to drink or what's good?
I guess that's a fair point. I didn't really specify. I mean, is a hot toddy good for you? I have no idea.
Apparently, it helps to soothe things and sickness. Katie swears by it. I don't think I've ever heard it. Like hungover, I've heard people drinking Gatorade. Being sick, I haven't heard Gatorade so much as water.
Yeah.
I usually drink too much water.
Too much
I
water.
assume it's like the same kind of thing, right? Like if you're sick and you're sweating balls, like Gatorade will rehydrate you, I imagine, the same way. But
True.
But yeah, I mean, hungover thing is like Pedialyte and stuff too, right? So
Yeah. USA.
it's okay. The game hasn't started yet. You're allowed to be deranged and chat before puck drop. How about my boys Finland, though? Beating Sweden just to stay alive in the tournament.
Right. They're as good as Canada, you might say.
They both have 2 points.
Yeah.
I think the score was the same, too, wasn't it? Against Sweden.
Yeah.
Really? Oh.
It's just me.
You're not.
Why aren't they showing the photos after last game?
Combined for 3 goals and 4 assists. 4?
Girl.
Good Lord.
You tell him, Sylvie. We'll see. So, in theory, if U.S. wins this game in regulation, they guarantee their spot in the final no matter what. But they still play Sweden. So could they intentionally throw that game to get Sweden in the finals?
Yeah.
I don't know what the
Why
tiebreaker system is for this tournament because if they lose to Sweden and presumably Canada beats Finland, they'd both be on 5 points. So I don't know if the tiebreaker is head-to-head or if it's like goal differential or what.
Yeah, it'd be weird then because they both have an overtime win, a regulation loss, and a overtime. Well,
Yeah, it'd be that weird triangle
Regulation.
because USA would have beaten Canada.
U.S. just lets them score 50 goals.
Yeah, to make sure they get every possible tiebreaker.
I think this might be some of the best acting I've seen any hockey players do out of all of the commercials.
You don't like UC Saros sitting there just saying no goes.
They've tried a few commercials with NHLers, and it always seems so bad. But Nikita Kucherov's dejected face as he's like, "Oh my god, this guy, it's just perfect."
Okay, so it's just head-to-head. So it's literally just impossible. Like the only way it's not U.S. and Canada is if Canada loses to Finland.
Dang, that's got to be a little disheartening.
It's I mean, right now I'm sipping on a Corona that Micah brought over, but we got some Breck Brew as well.
I know.
Savage.
I know.
Right outside of you. You went. There's a treat in there.
Yeah, I don't know that a three-way tie would be possible at this point. I guess it wouldn't be possible with the U.S. If Canada wins this in reg, and then Finland beats Canada and Sweden beats U.S. on Monday, then all of Canada, Finland, and Sweden would be at 5 points.
Math ain't mathing in my head.
Or I guess if U.S. wins this in overtime, and then both U.S. and Canada lose their next games, it would be U.S., Finland, and Sweden at 5 points.
No, if they lose it in overtime, they get points. Aren't they at 5 points now?
Who?
Oh, no, never mind. U.S.
Yeah, no, they're at 3. So they have to win in overtime to get to 5.
Gotcha.
I mean, I really think either of these teams could easily win. Gonna depend on. Well, I'm curious, right? Because U.S. against Finland was a pretty heavily physical game, and the Canada-Sweden game was not. So we'll see who kind of imposes the pace and style of play a little bit.
It really seems like U.S. is the one that's willing to lay down the body,
I would agree.
but also is kind of leaning into the strengths of their squad a bit more. Not that they're goony, but they're just savages.
Well, and they just didn't have to rely on Hellebuck all that much against Finland,
True enough.
where they're going to need Hellebuck against Canada.
Big time.
But, you know, if Jordan Bennington shits the bed, I'm all for it. So it's fine.
Find it.
I mean, one dog is free. You just can't see him. The other dog I would let free, but Mike actually wants to watch the game.
I'm not.
I know.
I'm not.
It's not you.
Decision-making
It's I
process.
feel bad about it because she'll just maul you for the entire game.
I mean, Rex knows. I'll take her down if I got it.
That's true.
Shirt dominance, chat.
You can actually take her, unlike Rex, half the time.
The dog almost killed me. It's a good show.
Yeah, gotcha.
Oh, thanks.
Those aren't treats. Those are just kibbles.
Thank you, Randy.
Can't give them this many treats.
We're big fans of the 1-calorie treats.
Sure. The trainer ones or whatever.
They're just more expensive.
They are.
They both love food enough that Kibble's fine. So, Kibble it is.
Yeah, I mean, look. If I was the NHL, I'd implement 10-minute 3-on-3 immediately.
Girl.
It so very clearly will end so many more games before the shootout. Of course, I'm fine with just playing until someone scores a real goal. But no, Rudo.
Could you imagine, though, guys like Cale Makar that are already playing 35 minutes a night now have to play essentially 10 more?
Okay, well, win the game then, idiot.
Yeah.
And if it's that, if the player's like, we can't do it, we're physically gonna die. Have a tie.
Put out your, second string guys, third string guys.
Yeah, right.
God forbid Shillington's out there on the ice in overtime.
Damn, bro. Maybe you should have played your top players all that time in red if you need them in overtime, all right?
Yep. It's like a bag skate punishment. It's just overtime.
Yeah, Mac had a good little. He apparently took a puck in warm-ups.
So 3v3 overtime, unlimited amount of time, but you only pick 3 guys, and they're out there.
They just have to stay out there. Win or lose, you get into the locker room and Kale McCarr's just asleep.
Scores a goal and just lays down on the ice.
I'm good. You guys go on without me. Look at all those Canada jerseys that were such better options than what they went with. Crazy. Several sources over the last few days claims as the Bruins working on a deal to send Marchand to the Avs. I just don't see where that makes a lot of sense for the Avs unless they don't. I don't think that makes a lot of sense for the Avs either. The Avs don't need wingers. And Marchand is still a very good hockey player, but is not the guy he used to be. And sure, he's a pest, but the Avs don't really need pests. They need actually big dudes that actually hit people.
Besides his nose, he's not a large man.
He's got a pretty long tongue.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's the long con. They're getting Marchand so they can go to Crosby by. Look, we got all the guys he practiced with in the offseason.
Yeah. It's just the 4 nations forever.
Isn't it just Montreal that does the Olay thing? I think it's just Montreal.
I don't know. I didn't even know that was necessarily a European thing.
I mean, it's like a soccer thing.
Yeah, but Brazil has a lot of soccer and stuff. They don't do the LA.
No, they do. That's what I'm saying. It's not just a European thing. Slam dunk.
How did that sound?
Yeah, I hope our headphone users are. All right. You can't both jump.
What if we just gave him 10 minutes to run around like this? You think they'd figure it out?
I mean, Rex would be fine. If she's just an energy crazy psycho, then might just do that forever.
For life.
We'll see though. We'll give them sticks after dinner, and they can chill for a bit.
Give them sticks. Sticks are phenomenal.
I'm gonna get 15 minutes of calm with sticks.
I gotta look so much like Seth MacFarlane to me.
Who?
The guy singing the anthem.
I didn't see him.
Is it a different picture of Daryl Sutter?
Is it? That is definitely a different picture than the one he had in here last time.
He's just got a folder of Daryl Sutter pics.
Crosby looks locked in. All right, hear me out. We need Canada to dissolve
Okay.
so that they are all the provinces become their own countries. So their hockey team isn't so overpowered anymore. All right.
Make him the 51st through 56th state. Or whatever.
Hear me out. We need America to also dissolve.
God, it's well on its way, brother. Well on its way. A little surprised Texas isn't using the current chaotic climate to just be like, we're out again.
See you.
We're out.
Apparently California's going to lead that charge. Or Denmark is going to buy California.
The old Uno reverse
Yeah.
card. Interesting. Think of how much more money we'd make on water from Colorado.
That Colorado River, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Charging extra. Imagine your choice of pictures being like Sidney Crosby or Austin Matthews.
Whack whack.
Like, yeah, Austin Matthews is really good, but that's Sidney Crosby. Yep, we will get time checks semi-regularly once we get rolling.
Really. Ma'am. Off. Billy. So,
One of these goalies is not like the other.
good job.
This is like the only part of the game they actually use the ref cam for, and they just ignore it. Dude, what? They fight a fight off the face-off?
What? What? Why?
I don't know. Come here, girl. We gotta watch the fight. Hagel
You psycho.
with Tkachuk, I assume. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tkachuk is
just-
kind of whopping him.
Yeah, man. He's getting him with both fists. It is not close.
Oh,
no, his lid's
couple
off. There's a
punches
chance.
back.
Nah, he's
Yeah, he's
just doesn't have
struggling.
the strength. Didn't have the leverage.
And they go.
Oh, he technically got him down to the ice first, so now everyone can say Canada won in Canada. Got punched in the face 10 times, but he fell over second. So
All right.
that
Now,
was so weird.
if you guys have a line brawl right now, greatest international game of all time.
Oh, hello.
like, it definitely is a prearranged thing, but for why? Like, there's no. Technically, these teams haven't played each
I
other.
mean, and the U.S. definitely loses that trade, right? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
you'd much rather have Matthew Tkachuk on the ice than Brandon Hagel.
Run around with them.
Brody's just out there. Kick his ass! Rip his head off!
Sylvie, you're missing out. Sylvie. Hey. Oh. Sylvie, come.
How do you look?
Come here. Yeah. Lie down. Show your belly, because you're just a big coward at the end of the day. Then we're having another fight, dude. What's going on?
Sam Bennett and
Brady's like, well, I can't get upstaged by my brother. But also, Sam Bennett's a much better fighter than
Oh!
It wasn't really much of a fight.
It wasn't much of him. My God.
The Tkachuks were like, all right, bro, smoke spot, penalty box.
Boo for the anthem. Let's give him something to cheer for.
Well, I'd love to give you guys a time check, but we've had as many fights as seconds in this game, so. I gotta say, that is some legitimate Mighty Ducks Bash Brothers energy.
No kidding. Oh my God. Rex, I see you, bud. Yeah, I know, but you're gonna have to wait. It's off limits there, but
I'll get as close to it as possible and whine about this.
I feel like the Tkachuk brothers get to power up in the box.
They're just
Sam
juicing.
Bennett is just sitting there like, good job, Bed. Good job, pal. What is going?
Let's go again! Let's go again! Come on, baby! Parayko and who? I couldn't. Oh, Parayko's kicking his ass. Holy shit! You're too big.
Sylvie, no, hey.
We got 3 fights in the game and 1 on the. Take it outside. That's just the vibe. I guess the war starts tonight,
We're
boys.
just fighting. It's on.
Yeah. They figure at this point anyone can just start doing presidential acts. So
These are all executive orders.
yeah, the Tkachuk brothers have declared war on Canada tonight.
About to find out. Line brawler now. And you got 6 dudes in the box.
Man, I can't get suspended from the season for this, I guess. So why not?
John Cooper is boiling inside right now.
This is not what we discussed.
Let's go, Torts.
Yeah, Torts is about it. Torts is in there. He's chirping Cooper. He's like, let's get out there.
It doesn't fucking matter. They giving U.S. an extra 2 here? Is that what's happening? Fucking typical. Yeah, they gave U.S. the extra 2.
Wild.
Rigged.
Rules analyst Dave Jackson. Do not know. I have no understanding.
I've never seen 3 fights in 10 seconds
There's
before.
no precedent here.
Boy, I don't know how you give U.S. an extra 2 here.
It's just because he dropped his gloves first, and then the other guy did.
He fucking threw down. So Cooper played lawyer again. Got it.
Did.
All right. Puck don't lie moment. Canada's not allowed to score here. I'm not even rooting for U.S. that hard. Time check. 1934, 33, 32, 31, 30.
Oh, Jesus.
Bro, that was more of a penalty than what they called on the U.S.
No kidding. Look, you knock Sidney Crosby down to the ice. Good job. And then you just dive bomb him with your stick near the boards. Like, why?
I don't know. I don't think Cooper's a fighter, but I guarantee you John Tortorella would fight anyone at any time. I'm not a big fighting guy, but that's a hell of a way to start a hockey game.
No shit. The memes cooking up right now are just outstanding. I don't even know who's holding who there.
It's not a fight. It's not a penalty, boys. Just get out there. Morrissey's on the PP, huh? With no Makar.
Ooh, good stick.
McKinnon's a bum, confirmed.
I'm very entertained, DJ. A little confused, but entertained nonetheless.
I didn't know we were watching Gladiator 2 tonight.
1,000 Canadian voices all rang out.
And then we're silenced. Jesus, Mac. A little too cute at the end, but still.
Oh! That was almost extremely dangerous of a wild, blind pass in the neutral zone from the man. Showing a little bit of frustration, baby.
All right. Puck indeed did not lie.
You got to come out with that puck.
Yeah,
Ooh, that was
you got him out the box. You got him out the box. Ooh.
I feel like just get a whistle at this point because the Tkachuk's still sitting there.
I mean, they got at least 3 more minutes to sit in there, buddy.
Oh, right.
Hasn't really been all that dangerous offensively for either team yet. Okay. I don't think there'll be any ejections this game. Unless it gets out of hand late or something.
Does Torts count?
So yeah, Torts could get ejected. That's a fair shout. I don't think he won't want to take a penalty for his team, though.
Probably.
What? That was so weird.
Yeah, not very crisp
No, not
play
at all.
from either team.
You came to fight,
Yeah, I
not play
guess.
hockey.
Nobody's watching the puck. They're all just eyeballing one another. Is it you? Is it me?
Stick there. Call it.
There's 3 fights in like the first 10 seconds, or was it 2 fights in the first 10 seconds?
He had 3 fights in the first 30 seconds.
Ridiculous.
Guess what? Your boy Larkin's going to play a couple of
Yeah.
minutes.
That's why they did it.
There you go. And then you lose it at the blue line. Ooh.
Imagine surrounded by 4 Canadian players, just sneaks it top from that angle.
Get Bennington real quick.
Well, how do you do?
Yeah, you can say hi, girl. You just got to stay on the ground.
That's what he said not to do. That's what he said not to do.
can hear us again, chat. It's fine.
Because I live in a van down by the river. I don't wipe properly.
All right.
They win the face-off clean and then can't even keep the pass in the blue line.
Canada skirt.
I guess, man. They shook up. That came out. Talk about bleeding out of his face. That happened apparently in warm-ups.
Yep, took a puck to the face in warm-ups off a deflection. And they're free. Everybody get your daps in for fighting.
Oh.
U.S. seems content to play a lot of dump and chase.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this guy's fast.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Get Connor McDavid.
Yeah. Yeah, fighting's cool, but that's on the board. That one counts. Whoever this D-man is, who does not start skating, doesn't turn around.
Cooked. Absolutely
The
roasted.
disrespect to not immediately understand that that's McDavid. He's already 10 feet past you. Like, you gotta, McAvoy, not it.
Boston down even worse.
It's like, if I can't win a cup, I'm winning whatever this is. Jesus, boys. It is appropriate that the pride of the U.S. most skilled hockey athletes just can't even, just like the rest of the nation, just can't get it together in the slightest. It's floundering.
This is when they play their trump card, though. It's time for American exceptionalism.
Put a tariff, that goal only counts for 0.5 of a goal.
David is pumped. In Canada, against Team Canada, U.S. ain't getting no power plays. This is a rigging. I'm not serious, Chad. I don't actually believe that.
Still don't really understand what that extra 2 was for, unless it was just John Cooper yelled loud enough that America dropped his gloves faster. But
That does seem to be the difference, yeah. Yeah, I mean, McDavid wasn't even all that good in the game the Avs lost to Edmonton either. It's been Draisaitl in Edmonton that's really been going crazy. I don't know. I am curious to see how many Canadians go down to Boston for the finals. Because I think it'll be a good amount.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think it's all just weird posturing because dumb people mean dumb politics. And if that's the case, yeah, come on down to Boston. It'll be fine. But if they're real, real dumb, then maybe just don't for a while.
All right. There's still only 5 shots in this game.
Yeah, right?
See, the physicality was fun. Let's see some offense happen. Binnington trying to bait goalie interference again. Typical. Montreal typical.
Well, sorry for opening my mouth then, Lane, because I don't know what I'm talking about ever, about anything, all the time. I don't know if anyone really does, to be honest. But we don't need to get that existential. Hey, it's another shot on net, though. We count those.
Those are worth something, allegedly.
Allegedly. Whoa, a wild rap.
Ooh. Ooh. The self-clear. Ooh.
Madness. I've seen as many like clean intentional passes as I have a guy spinning around 270 degrees just to wing it towards wherever he hopes somebody might be.
Fuck it, America down there somewhere.
That way south.
Yes, life is so hard for you, Gary. I know.
Yes.
How dare I have friends over 2 days in one?
Oh my god. That was the first legitimate chance to get offensive zone control. All you had to do was pass it back to the blue line, and then you could have set up a play. And instead, you took a weird off angle into a 3-on-1 situation, hoping for the most ridiculous tip. It's tough, man. It's like,
Why make simple play when confusing play? Do trick.
it's like somebody's playing, Chell, and they only know the shoot button. They're trying to pass with it.
The only button I knew in Shell was how to trick people. So
Take it easy, Jared. Dogs be dogging.
way it goes. Yeah, you're riling up the other dogs, girl. Is that your plan all along?
That sounds like a yes to me. There's your chance. No.
Couldn't walk 'em.
What? For what? No, for offside.
Yeah.
I was like, that was just a great reverse. He just stood his ground. Can't do that? You can. You can. It's okay.
Think the pucks from this game will be collector's items?
I mean, if they're pre-war, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I'd call it a set. It's just my living room.
Quick, make sure that the cardboard cutout doesn't fall over.
We've been in the bar the whole time.
Could you? That would be so good. You bring this couch and just cut out. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm not that like Canada is playing amazingly well together, but U.S. really does look super individualistic right now.
It really does. I mean, Canada looks the same way. Their one goal is just because McDavid.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Hey. Nothing doing.
Oh, Bash
That
Road.
was heavily physical. Ow! Get Binningtoned! Get Binningtoned, my friend!
Oh no, dude! Oh no!
Dude, like,
Bro, I'm so
I'm
sorry.
like 90% sure he was shooting for a pad pass. Like,
Yeah.
the dude was not even shooting to score there, and it just goes in the net. Yeah, that dude, that's so soft. That's such a bad goal. Oh, my God.
Ooh. Oh boy.
Okay. We
Yep.
start again.
Equally as skilled goals.
There's absolutely
This is a
no
tie
difference
game
in
for
those two
Arena.
goals.
Almost identical. Ooh, brother.
Somebody almost got me.
No kidding. Oh yeah, it's Bennett. He pissed. This is his natural state, though.
Yeah, it's true. Uh-oh. Got away with it. Yes, forecheck kind of cheeks.
Yeah.
Too many men? I don't know. A little close. Just hit the net, boys. It's Jordan Binnington. He sucks.
I get roofed off the D-man. It's like, oh, they're using the net cam.
man.
Someone zoom in on Bennington's face from that ref cam after that goes in. I just got to see. He already has tears in his eyes.
Rex, you gotta wait, buddy. You gotta wait for intermission. Yeah, I mean, we talked about this the other day too. It's like Canada very obviously should have brought Blackwood and Logan Thompson. Even though I know they don't like Logan Thompson because whatever, but
Don't like Logan Thompson?
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad. He played good?
Yeah.
I mean, was it, and I heard you talk about this the other day, was it an issue of they just kind of set the roster a little too early?
Yeah.
Or was it a deadline issue, or was it like we kind of told Jordan Binnington he'd be playing, and we're not just going to tell him he's not now?
No, it was just like certainly with Blackwood, like he was playing in San Jose, so his numbers weren't very good. So by the time they'd set the roster and Blackwood went to an actual good team in Colorado, it was like, oh, maybe he actually is good. It was too late.
Okay.
And like Binnington historically has been a decent goalie. And Canada's just so thin on goal that it's like
All he had to do was claim he had the flu. And then the emergency procedure, pull up some backup goalie. Mackenzie Schlackwood. Totally different guy.
I mean, they could just bring in Blackwood. You just have to go full Nancy Kerrigan on 2 of the 3 goals.
Was it an homage to the 1996 World Cup?
Both the Tkachuk kids be like, I did it for you, Dad.
I mean, why not, you know? And Brady too, because I wouldn't say either of them are particularly soft, but you definitely think Matthews the
For sure.
the tougher one.
The tough
But
guy.
then he didn't have to fight Sam Bennett, so that's good for Brady stepping up for no reason, mind you, but good on him. Yeah, eat your donut. The cream filled, jelly filled. Fluff filled. Is that a donut? What is that?
I don't think it's a donut.
I don't know, TBH.
It's missing his top half. I mean, she ate the top half.
Yeah.
You don't have to follow Sylvie's lead, Bob. You can be relaxed while she freaks out.
He's never been relaxed a day in his life.
He relaxes real good after daycare.
Vocal Dog wants to cuddle, all right. Wants to cuddle your face right off.
Yeah.
Wants to cuddle your face into the ground.
She wants to cuddle you from the inside.
And we say no to that. Not today. Oh, got a step. Crazy. Oh, good stick. Oh, what? Calling a hook, huh?
I guess. I'll take it. I actually don't care who wins this game, to be honest. But all right, America.
I think it would be.
Well, criminal Sid.
Yeah, right. Lock him up. He's a disgrace to the game.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
second
it's in the
one.
hands.
That
It's in the
second one
hands.
for sure.
Call this.
McDavid getting walloped again. And he really didn't get him that good there.
He's just soft on his feet, confirmed. Can't stay up.
All right. What you got? Who's the hero of the first period? Not you.
Sleeper agent Jordan Binnington. It was from the U.S. the whole time.
You did all that game
Right.
blue line. Just Ooh, get owned, Matthew.
It's a lot of space.
Oh, the back door was there. Okay. Ooh, that second chance.
No kidding.
Oh, he kind of flubbed it. Bouncing off him, but to be fair. Zoop, zoop. Ooh, Bennington giving up the rebounds.
Looking juicy. That's why you just let him in, big bud.
Can't
Let
give
him
up
rebound
a
if they go in
rebound.
the net.
True. Yeah. You can go outside and have your sister maul my friend again in 5 hockey minutes. That wasn't that dangerous, really.
Broken stick.
Yeah.
US.
US. Okay, it
Worked
works. Ow!
Buddy.
You're supposed to be the goal scorer, Matthews.
No kidding.
Coming out of the box here. Drop it to him. Yeah, are you
Damn.
protecting the house, bud?
I thought that was Sylvie. I was like,
No.
sheesh. You got a low register when you want to, huh?
Sylvie doesn't have that power.
Dude, our chunk, when she was a little girl, there was always this high-pitched, ear-splitting
Sylvie
bark.
has that too. Yeah, it's brutal.
It was that all the time. And then we went camping one time,
Sit.
and sun
Sit your
went
butt.
down. And just, whew!
Crunched.
Gosh, you could have a whole, I think you could have a calendar of just pictures of Canadian players level with the ice after getting hit so far this game. And 3 of the months would be McDavid.
Let's go for a full McDavid calendar.
From the 2026 He's Soft calendar.
I love the name too. That's so good.
Anyway, she saw a trash can and barked like a low register
Yeah.
real dog. And I was pissed. So you could be doing this the whole time. You've been shredding my brain from the inside out.
You knew
for
exactly
months.
what you were doing.
Yeah. Oh, you bitch. But she is, in fact, a bitch. So it works. No, I get it.
She works like that in the morning,
Yeah.
especially when I'm in the shower. She doesn't like the shower. No idea why.
It's your turn to give me pets.
Hello, buddy. Buddy.
Oh, helmet popped off. Don't get walked by Josh Morrissey, bro. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
take a penalty there. Not a trip.
Gensel giveth, Gensel taketh away. I mean, is that even much of a penalty, really?
It's awkward, but they didn't even get him with his stick. This guy just kinda
It was
clipped
more
his foot.
hip on hip than like a trip, really.
Maybe the biggest PP ever is these 5 players we're about to see on the ice. It's a ludicrous PP.
It's marginally worse without McCarr, but
True.
the forwards are McDavid, McKinnon, Crosby, and I don't even know who the fourth is. Matthews, probably, maybe Marner.
What's that?
Matthews.
Oh no, Matthews. I'm sticking. So Marner.
That would be surprising if it was Matthews.
I'm changing teams. Arizona too hot. I'm Canadian now. Yeah, so probably Marner, but I'd have to look.
We'll see.
This one right here used to genuinely never bark until we moved into this house. In the first apartment we lived in, he would almost never bark. You'll get some love in a bit, girl.
Having such a nice little student.
Is it Reinhardt, Drew? I mean, that's a good choice too.
Yeah, that's important.
Sylvie, on the other hand, you've always been kind of loud, girl.
Just got things to say. You're going to hear about it.
It's me, John Cooper. Well, you know, I used to be a lawyer, Emily.
Give us a penalty or I will sue you. No, you personally, you. What's your name? Oh, 2 minutes. Okay, all right, cool.
You think he calls the refs your honor?
Calls him objection. Good pass.
Not a great shot from McDavid there. Whoa.
What's that? 100 Dalmatian puppies have gone missing.
Uh-oh. Just gotta wait for him a little bit. Kind of just help their breakout there, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
Lucky that didn't get through.
Yeah. Okay. And this is the point in the power play where McKinnon's like, what do you mean we're getting off the ice?
We don't do that where I'm from.
Mac has actually been reasonably good at face-offs at this tournament. It's weird.
He wants to, doesn't want to look like a fool in front of Sidney Crosby. I mean, boy, point, buddy. That was your look there, bud.
Yep. We're essentially 4-on-4 here. Point doesn't have to stick. Okay, they picked it back up. Oh, God, he had to double clutch it, thankfully. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Sound like that cat. Oh, hold on, Johnson. Killed the power play, but can they get off the ice?
This game should be decided at 5-on-5 like men.
Devon Taves.
The best defenseman at this tournament now.
Ooh, awkward.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, no.
Kangaroo court last minute of this first period.
gone chaotic mode for sure. All right, would it not be the funniest thing if after a save like that, Helly just stared down the ice and pointed at Bennington? Like,
just took off.
It's our time.
I mean, what doesn't this game have? A goalie fight?
Oh boy. Do you think the majority of teams utilize the, like, you slide down the bench, you come in on this side and you exit off this side? Or do you think it's more like this line sits here, you have your spot on the bench, you come and go from that spot?
I think it's kind of a mix.
Just because you just saw the guys sliding down the ice. And it makes sense in a tournament like this. You don't have enough, time to really set the precedent. So you can kind of line them up and say, you three go.
I mean, it makes sense, like, except for when it doesn't, right? Because especially in the second period when you have the long change, sometimes you're just like, I need someone at our blue line to get out there right now. Oh shit! Yeah, exactly. We're flying solo, chat. Tiff's got the night off, so I got to do this myself. But we're taking our intermission break. If we get another period like that, it's going to be a fun night. We'll see you in a bit.
like modern. So I mostly only read fantasy romance. Contemporary romance is like, I guess, totally mindless. It's like you read it and you're like, my brain is coming out of my body. Politics is nice.
A little bit of someone with a brain writing something.
Yeah.
What type of romance books are your favorite, Chad?
Are they reading the hockey smut hot on book talk?
Ooh.
I don't know. Hockey Book Talk has like drama all the time. So
I bet someone out there has shipped JT Miller and Elias Pettersson.
there was it was Wenberg. There was like big drama with because he was in Seattle, which, hang on, we're in the second period. 1945, 44, 43, 42, 41. This is a couple of years ago now, but he like went to Seattle and all the Hockey Book Talk people were like, Alex Wenberg is so hot. And they started writing like fanfic about it. At first, Seattle and Wenberg like leaned in.
Oh no!
And then and he's married, and so like it escalated to the point where like his wife was getting like death threats and stuff, and they were like, "Okay, you guys need to stop." Like,
yeah, you don't want to get in with that crowd.
yeah,
You gotta just let them be them. I know there was like an Olmark Swayman shipping going on.
fairy gorilla vampire romance novels. I mean, fairy vampires out there. I don't know about the gorilla. Oh, McDavid trying to single-handedly beat America.
He burned a man so bad that he was still all the way back there when he tried to pass it.
You fool.
Oh,
I'm just 2 steps ahead. You think you've burned me, but it is I who have read the play.
Nani? Well, apparently from the hot scoop I just got, guerrilla warfare would be just the ticket to add to your romance novels.
Sylvie, leave it. Leave it.
Oh, did I leave the thing in it? My bad.
Crazy or stupid. She looks like she has a little dog pacifier. It's cute.
Okay.
Yeah, get all that marrow out of there. Yeah, good job. Good job. You're doing so good. Yes. Yes. She has it. Go get her.
Ah. Ooh, Canada striking back a little bit. It's always Sam Bennett. I should just know.
Yeah. He'd be doing that.
Ooh. Yeah. I feel like the U.S. put a team of shooters together, and none of them are shooting very well. Time check, 17:10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Woo. Okay, not real zone entry.
Yeah,
okay.
Oh, good. They put a play together. They didn't just dump and chase.
Yeah, that was actual hockey right there.
That's incredible. Let's just make cool.
All right. This Cam, I was right the other day.
Worthless.
Sorry, no. Those, I mean, yes, but no. It's far better than the corner cam. So, like,
Oh, sure. I still remember they had that, like, one night they had this sick face-off camera. They've just never used
the like
before.
top-down one.
Well, I've seen that one a couple times since, but it was like almost low through the boards so that you could see like between the guy taking up. It was like the booty cam,
Wild, yeah.
but it was a good face-off angle. And they used it like twice. We're like, damn.
Nobody wants the sky cam. Ban it. All right, chat. What's the best investment? The stock market, crypto, or Pokemon cards? Because technically, return on investment on the right Pokemon cards would probably be the biggest return.
Oof. Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, he tries to pass that,
you gotta
man.
Shoot that. You got to shoot that, kiddo.
You're out of your mind, brother.
Yeah, you right, Irish. The best investment is yourself. America's forwards not getting to the middle super well. I say, as they get a great chance in the middle, but all right. I'm not sure about much. I'm confident that Scratchers is not a good investment.
I feel like it's got to be pretty close between Scratchers and Pokemon cards, though, man.
I mean, if you're like,
Oh!
how do you not score there? If you're buying packs, yeah, absolutely. If you're like buying a card and just sitting on it to appreciate price.
Yeah, good call, good call. At least they got some zone control for the first time this game.
As they turn it over.
Yeah, right. I gotta stop talking. I do wonder if somebody set up like an AI to automatically capitalize on things like bonus bets and stuff, where it's like you put in X amount of money and they give you X amount of bonus bets, and then you just bet with the bonus bets. I wonder how much money you could crank out. Just
And here's the secret that they don't tell you. Like, a lot of those bets, you can just withdraw the actual money back out.
really?
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. I feel like that they should know about that. All right,
Some
what
of
we got
them do, but I have played TCG Card Shop Simulator. Yes. The problem is the game's not. Oh
Ooh.
my god, dude!
here? Lark, Spuddy, you letting your
Boss
nation
in the
down.
bin. Need to get back to the dungeon.
Yeah, put Kreider back out.
My problem with TCG Card Shop Simulator is there's no like online market because I don't care about the shop. I just want to master set all this stuff.
The shop's just to support the gambling.
Yeah,
addiction.
exactly. My dogs want to go to the park every second of every day of their lives. So, yeah.
No.
And also, you do that, and then you walk outside and it's snowing, and you come immediately right back inside.
Beautiful. Mine don't. The long-haireds love the snow. Chunk just goes and lays down in it, and it's like, great.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not a muddy spot.
It doesn't bother Sylvie all that much either. You're just a big baby, aren't you, Rex?
It's such short little hairs. No insulation. DJ's like the dad trying to connect with his stepkids.
I don't know about this game, but I heard.
And you're winning, Rudo.
Yes, Uncle DJ. All right, so far, second period, way lamer than the first. Despite one really good chance for the U.S.
It's going to be hard to top unless they behead a man off the first whistle. I don't know.
Eagle.
Oh, baby. Don't I know a DJ? Picking up the phone to try and call someone. Oh my god.
No, I had a friend who had Chell 2003 on PC.
Whoa.
And every time we'd go over and try to play online at his house, and we'd get interrupted by a phone call. Guaranteed.
Yeah. Took priority.
Boop. All right. I mean, I said it's a boring period, but U.S. is actually look a lot more put together in this period.
Agreed. Which it's insane how little they've had to do to accomplish that feat. They have like a couple on the rush opportunities that actually didn't turn into dump and chase. And then they had one sustained pressure attempt, which was cool.
It's crazy how much, like, even putting one or two plays together like that, all of a sudden the other team has to go, oh, okay, we have to respect this now. Like,
Oh, God. We didn't want to do that.
Rex, you perfectly lied down out of shot. So there's more of Sylvie in frame than you, buddy.
Impressive.
It's like all that whining tired him out.
He done. Stick a fork in Rex. Oh, he just gives it away.
That was a mess.
Didn't they just give it right back? Very Canadian of them.
So what's the next house project?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, sewer stuff,
Oh,
probably,
yeah.
but that's not like what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And then after that, it is mostly backyard stuff as far as I'm concerned, but Katie's looking at all kinds of like, well, I told you Shannon and Gabby came over. And we're
Yeah.
thinking
You told me
redoing
about
our
the
kitchen,
knobs on the...
Yeah. So she's all over those sorts of peripherals.
Nice.
What about you guys? Anything in mind?
We're getting solar put in soonish.
Was you one of those guys came to your door that was like, oh, it's actually paid by blah, blah, blah?
Sarah got recommended somebody. Actual projects that we would have to do ourselves, I don't know.
I mean, we want to get some
Yeah, we're not doing that ourselves either.
money.
But
No, we are not doing that.
our mudroom to the garage is a mess electrically.
Oh.
There's like wires sticking out through one of the plugs. It's like,
Oh,
this
Jesus.
seems bad. Yeah.
The light hasn't worked in there since we moved in.
You're like, something's shorting.
Something's
It
wrong.
smells like burning when we turn this switch on. I feel bad for the sewer guy that has to come work on ours because there's a way in through the garage, but that's not the part that's the problem. So he's going to have to go like an extra 30 feet if he goes through the garage. So he's going to have to crawl in behind our like laundry machine into our crawl space and then like around the corner of our house under there with his auger or whatever to clean it all out. People are like, just get your own auger and do it that way. It's like, I don't even think I fit down there. That's where our water shut off is too, though. So I want that.
Yikes! Yeah.
Eventually, I want someone to
Dig
come
that
fix
out
that.
a little bit.
Yeah, just put it on the outside of the house. I don't even care.
Yeah, dude, DJ, I feel that. Like, I have a Switch now, and I genuinely just forget that it's a touchscreen all the time.
Yeah, are you talking about the Pirate Software has a story like that about how they had a controller set up and a keyboard and mouse, and kids would like push the keyboard and mouse out of the way and be like, "This is in the way. Where's the controller?" So then they got 2 controllers there, and a significant amount of the kids would still come up and just try and touch the screen. And it's just like, oh god, we're old.
Yeah. You guys could be like this when we have guests over from the start.
It's the exact story, DJ. Pirate Software has some cool stories.
Everyone is mad at him, though.
Oh. Okay.
Because of WoW.
Oh. What do you do? Do you get people killed in hardcore?
Yeah, that's exactly what they claim.
Oh, I almost bounced in off the D-man. That was crazy. All I saw was that, 2-on-1.
Boy.
Ooh, good back check.
A little bit lazy.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not lazy. Maybe just didn't realize the guy was closing on him. But. I mean, it just with a car, it's totally different, right? Because your main focus is on the driving, so you need something like tactile.
Right. You can do it without looking at it.
Yeah. Oh, they gave him that icing?
He was pretty close.
I never had 5 1/4. I had like normal floppies. I was old enough to know normal floppy disks, but not the giant ass ones.
I was way behind in that conversation. I'm 8 inches. I don't like midgets. Midgets freak me out. Sorry. I don't know why they let me here.
I'm a grower, not a shower, Chad. So
I never had 5 1/2 inches myself. That's why I'm a 3 1/2 inch floppy, man.
3 1/2 inches floppy. Jesus. And you're a grower? Watch out.
Feel a little lightheaded every time.
This period's been weird, man.
It really has. I mean, it was cool for like 5 minutes there.
Yeah, it felt like U.S. was dangerous. Now U.S. is possessing the puck a lot and doing nothing with it, and Canada is just not playing offense.
Very akin to when they were up 3-1 on Finland there. Sweden. It's all the same, right, DJ?
He's Danish, so those are all north of him. He doesn't care about them.
You don't care about them. None of that.
Which, like, I'm sorry, Finland, you're part of Scandinavia. Get over it.
Or, throwing it out there, you could be a U.S. state. Accepting any application.
Come on down. Who wants to be 51?
Ooh, commercial break, grab beer.
I saved you the last Corona because the rest are beers you don't like.
Oh, thank you.
Did you hear what I said about the Rachel person?
No.
They're not very nice.
Are they not? I thought they were.
You want these ridge?
No, I
Ridge
got one.
Fuck it, I'll try it. Double dry hop with notes of citrus and pine, and you're saying it's not IPA?
Yeah, I mean,
It's pretty mild.
SSDs are 2.5 inches, right? That's about 60 millimeters. Unless you're getting an M.2, of course. But.
So just because someone gets up doesn't mean that
Just as far as like the case size?
Yeah.
There's no disc in it.
No, yeah.
Disc.
Which they used to be 3.5, and then they shrunk the form factor to 2.5. And now everybody has M.2s now anyway. So
Then they had GameCube discs.
yeah, they had the GameCube disc. I have a bunch of DS cartridges on my desk there.
Yeah, it tastes hoppy, but it doesn't bite hoppy.
Yeah.
Like the front of your tongue is like, oh, this is hops, and the back of your tongue doesn't go, Gah! At least that's what mine normally do. Hey!
How many kids do you have, Drew?
Ba-doom-tsh. Are you talking about like a motherboard mounted solid state there, Irish? That was a new thing for me on my most recent build, and
That's M.2, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't
You just
know.
plug it right in.
You plug it right in, and then you like bend it down onto the board and
Yeah.
just sweat and cry the whole time.
Yeah, that's M.2. Yeah.
It's creaking like an old ship, an old wooden ship.
Kind of screw it in on the backside. Yeah.
And I put mine in, and they're like, "Make sure you put this pad down." And it's like, "What's this
Yeah.
pad?" And it's like, "So it doesn't explode." What do you mean? It's like, this.
They have like ones. I saw a YouTube video on this where they now are. They have ones that are half as long, and so they just don't fit into most motherboards. So it's just like fucking sitting there.
Just stick it out
Yeah.
like a fin. Oh boy. Yeah. It felt like when you were trying to not bend a pin on one of the old CPUs.
Yeah.
Because finally they got rid of that. It's like, it's just a mesh. Just literally
Right.
throw it in the computer and it's fine.
Unbreakable now.
Yeah. It's like, oh, but then we have this thing you have to technically break it to use it. Just break it in. It's like, oh my god.
Pin ones are like, if you look at it, they're all way 6 of these a band. Just hope for the best. So like,
I just remember one day all I wanted to do to get a little bit better performance, I wanted to redo my thermal paste. And I bent the pins. And I was just sitting there with like a magnifying glass
one
and
by
tweezers
one,
trying to
unbending
do
them. Yeah.
days of my life. Never came close. But I finally gave up when one of the pins came off. And I was like, it's over. I lose.
I gotta say, one of the best purchases I've had when it comes to building PCs, the AIO coolers for your CPU, fantastic.
Agreed.
Oh my god, he just sat on him.
You like that?
I shouldn't say what I'm about to say.
There should be no bending, but when you're a professional like me, things get bent. Funny you should mention the coolers, because on my build, I got one that was too big for my case.
Oh yeah.
And it technically fit. It was the same size as the top of the case this way.
Sure.
But the problem is that you had to get it like around the power supply
I
to
see.
get it up there.
Yeah.
And so I was literally like hammering my case
Trying to
try.
wedge it through.
And then I returned. I was like, I don't came in all bent up and broken. got a smaller one.
Mine's installed upside down because it like the RAM slots are on the wrong side. So
You're like, I'm not melting those.
yeah.
I'll melt whatever's over here instead. All that good.
Which is like, I know it's bad, but it's still fine.
Yeah, if it works, it works.
All the heavy processing in my unit is getting done by the GPU anyway, so it's whatever.
Right. I want to get one of my dreams, and this is probably going to be like way more viable sooner rather than later, is to have one of those mineral oil filled.
Yeah,
just fill the whole case.
I've always
mineral
thought
oil.
those are so cool too.
And it's just like no fans, just
I like
dispersed
those.
heat.
I also love and I would never do this because I'm not a clean enough person, but the dudes that just like mount it open air on their wall, like, I think
or build it into their desk.
Yeah, the desk ones are super cool too.
I don't think you can do that with pets.
Probably,
Yeah, probably
be
not.
difficult.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how clean you are. That's a lot of air.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. So the thing is, like, I agree, Drain. It's like the top of the line air coolers are definitely better than what my water cooler would be. But my water cooler is so much fucking quieter.
Preach. Oh my gosh, Canada firing back.
It's Hellebuck looks pretty locked in, man.
He does.
Yeah, if you're going with an air cooler, anything Noctua is fantastic.
The Noctua.
You got speed.
Oh!
The boss.
Hey, my man.
Jordan Binnington, though?
Yeah, it's tough. That's tough.
Nathan McKenna's like, well, I'm going to have to kill somebody tonight.
Which room is Bennington in?
Ooh, caught in a bad change.
Right? That one USA fan going ape shit on the boards. Love it.
I mean, it's a good shot.
It's over the pad,
It's a
but
good shot.
he's so far out to not have that cover.
Right. To not have the angle.
Yeah.
Although I will say, and I got this for my recording room, the Be Quiet cases, oh, they're so good.
That's what I got too. I'd never heard of the brand before this build, and I was like, it sounds kind of like what I'm looking for, though. It's very good.
Can confirm. You can't hear my PC at all in my videos. It's so nice.
It's nice. All right, Canada, you got to get mad. You got to want it.
All right, DJ. Creating a vortex over there, buddy.
What kind of video card you got in there? Video card? It's just a case full of fans.
I got 4 fans in the PCIe slot, but I will say Big E did pick USA to win, and his crystal ball has been pretty darn good this year. Yeah, Fractal Designs has some awesome cases. My main PC is a Thermaltake case. That's just like out in my that's what we're streaming off of to you right now. Bro, how can you afford a 5090? Life must be good.
I have heard so much negative press about the 50.
So have I, actually. The GPU market is just so weird because it feels like every few years someone actually does a good job of competing with NVIDIA, and then they make something good and crush the market again, and then it's like 5 years of NVIDIA just pumping out whatever the fuck.
Because people will buy it to do anything that they don't even understand how the performance works. There's give me 1,000 of them. Some nerd farm this Ethereum. Go make the money for me. So it's we really don't have to make something that does well. We just got to make something and sell it and they'll buy it. True. I was there.
Yeah, I have a 3070 Ti in both my builds, and I have no intention of upgrading anytime soon.
How was the Ti? I was on the fence. I got the 4080 Super, and I was on the fence on just being like, yeah, just get the TI. But I just don't know.
The Super is by far the best dollar value.
That's what I figured, because it was like from the base to the Super was like $100 more, and then the TI was like $600 more. And I was like, this is yesterday's model. What are people doing?
Yeah, I got the TI because the Super didn't exist yet when I bought it. Because the Super usually comes out like a year later.
Am I backwards? I thought the TI was the one that came out afterwards, the titanium, right?
Yeah, well, so the 30 X70 blend plane comes out, then the TI comes out, then the Super comes out.
Oh, weird. I thought for sure the 4080 Super was worth more than mine, like it cost more than mine. Or the TI didn't. Whatever.
I don't think, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, that was how it was for the 30 series. Maybe they changed it. I should say that.
Maybe there was so much hype around the TI, they just charged more.
Yeah, so I went from a 780 to integrated graphics for a while because my 780 blew up to a 3070. What?
The 4080 Super is not a released NVIDIA graphics card.
So you don't have a 4080 Super.
So I can't.
Okay.
So I must have a 4070 then.
Yeah, if you have a 90 series card, there's no reason to replace that. Ever.
Well, she's melted in half.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I got my 3070, my first 3070 Ti I got in the pandemic because I had to get a card because my 780 blew up on me. So that was, I way overpaid for that thing, but it is what it is. 2080 Super's good. We need to upgrade my wife's PC. She's got, is it a 1650 or a 1660 Super? It's run down.
There's a 4070 Ti Super.
There's a TI Super? I had no idea then.
Apparently, I don't know. These could all just be AI generated responses where they're just pulling in different words and like this is
Well,
a thing.
it gets hard too because it's like you have the NVIDIA listing and then they give it to some of these other companies that do their own overclocking and all that shit. And it's like, it's the EVGA Super Extreme Double Triple Max Fan Rotator Cuff. Like, what the fuck?
Rotator cuff.
Yeah.
There's a human shoulder in the mechanism. Just going. Because we could.
I've never dipped into the AMD graphics card side, DJ. I don't know if, like, my wife had an AMD CPU, then her computer has had nothing but problems. Which, like, I know there's a lot of people have praised AMD on the CPU side for being the more affordable option, but it has not done well for us. I've spoken into existence.
Did it just crash?
I've been crashing all day.
No, bro. Ugh. It's so funny to me how, like, if a computer doesn't, like, if you can't get it to work, I can figure out what's wrong with it more often than not. If you can't get it to, like, start up all the way. But if it gets to running and then crashes, I have no idea where to even start.
When it's just randomly shutting down and it's like, what?
It's just like, start with the RAM, because that could suck. And then from there, just spend unholy amounts of money.
Thousands of dollars.
Don't go to Geek Squad, because they're not going to know. They're going to charge you $80 just to tell you they have no idea.
Yep.
That's how I feel about all IT. I call IT, and I know more than they do. And I'm like, this is your job. This is not my job.
Right, Nick Offerman, calm down.
I know more than you. I'm afraid what you heard was bring me a lot of bacon.
What do you have a 3400G? Is that what Ryzen you have?
What?
Or is
I
it
don't
a
know. I'm trying to look,
50?
but my computer keeps crashing.
Oh, no.
Which I've heard the Threadrippers are fantastic, but we ain't out here affording Threadrippers, all right?
The things we do for love, DJ. Things we do.
Yeah, I during that time, like I joined like Discord servers and stuff to like track Micro Center restocks and stuff to get my TI. It was rough out there, man.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. I do think my favorite kind of just like mindless time wasting is just sitting on PC Part Picker being like, ooh, what if this was a build?
Logical Increments is one of my favorite sites of all time. Where it's like, oh, I make this, but if I can upgrade to this tier in this section.
Oh my god.
He released like monitors stuff a couple years ago. Too, and I was like, I could just sift through this.
Dude, I'm so pissed. I can't. Hellebuck has no idea. Oh my god,
nobody
that was
had
scary.
any idea. Yeah.
You look like a cartoon character. What? I forget what I was talking about. Something awesome, probably.
PC Part Picker monitors or.
Oh yeah,
monitors.
I got this Boss monitor, this Asus, like capable of like 250 hertz or whatever monitor, and now I don't have one of the fancy DVI inputs anymore in my video card, so I just can't use it.
I mean, you could do it with DisplayPort.
Can you? Don't tell me that.
I happened to me a year ago. I like redid some stuff on my computer. Had been playing CS for months, and like for some other reason went into my like personalized desktop setup, and I was sitting there staring at me at 60 hertz, and I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, my drop down options are 60 and 59.
Oof.
That's wrong.
Yeah, that's definitely. If it can do 240, that's definitely
But
wrong.
I'm through HDMI right now, so it should. I guess I gotta just do
DisplayPort.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I like genuinely do not know how to solve if it's an intermittent power supply issue. Like if the power supply just doesn't work, easy.
right.
But if it works for a little bit and then fails, like no clue.
Just replace it. I mean, what does that look like? It just shuts off.
I would
Probably.
assume.
So not even a blue screen, just straight to restart.
Draineth just built in fall of 23, so the Ryzen 7700 non-X, the thing is pretty great. DJ's been looking at parts for like 2 months. I like to think it would be cool to overclock stuff, but then I never like I'll overclock it a little, but I'm never like, oh, I gotta maximize and really get the most out of it. So
Yeah.
it's probably not worth it for me to even bother. Yeah, I mean, thermal issues, you can just use like HW monitor or something and track the temps, right? But
All right.
that was a period. I mean, the USA won it, so hell yeah. But I don't know. For as intense as the first period one, that period felt much less intense.
Yeah.
So we'll see, though. You know, Canada's going to come out firing. Dang, they got the U.S. flag right there. All right. I don't know. I need the Tkachuks to do something more than fight people. I'm getting up. We're taking our break. Appreciate you, chat. We'll be back with more CPU talk or something else. I don't know. Someone else come up with a topic interesting to talk
Well,
about.
you can talk about Ebola.
That's not interesting. Let's not talk about it. We'll be back.
All right, I'm curious, chat. For those of you already here, ready for us to come off break, is anyone reading a Brandon Sanderson book?
I mean, I guess Sarah's not reading one right now, but she has.
Have you read some Sando? I'm 30 hours into A Way of Kings audiobook. Apparently, I'm about to experience my first Sanderlanche, as Matt called it.
Oh.
Which is when all of the like major plot points all hit at the same time.
Have you watched A Wheel of Time?
No.
Because he finished that series. It was started by another guy who died. And they gave it to him to finish it.
Cool.
Which the first season of Wheel of Time is great. The second season is okay.
Okay, all right, interesting.
I have heard also that people who read the books did not like the series.
Yeah.
Unless they were going into it with these are two separate entities based loosely in the same universe.
Gotcha.
Scroom says Mistborn is great.
Mistborn
That's what I've heard.
That's what I read.
Because so I have like
Isn't Way of Kings in that universe?
yeah, it's all in the same. I don't know if he's done anything in particular that's outside of the Sanderverse or the Cosmosphere.
He has.
He has.
Like that there are a bunch of there's like 5 standalones, like Tess. I don't remember either.
But Mistborn is definitely on the agenda, Scroom, because I've been paying for audiobooks, but since I bought A Way of Kings, it's taken me months to get through it, so I have a bunch of credits built up. And so I think I'm just going to buy a ton of Brandon Sanderson books and then stop my subscription so that I can just listen to get through those.
Way of Kings is the Stormlight Archive.
The Stormlight Archive. It is...
Mistborn is the...
Third period is underway, just for the record. 1951, 50, 49, 48, 47.
It is good. It's been a slog. Like the first probably 10 hours of listening to it might as well have been like the Silmarillion, if anyone's familiar. It was like so much world building.
Is it that
Yeah.
disjointed though?
It's I've never read the Silmarillion because I read the first chapter and lost my mind.
It's pretty disjointed.
I mean, it's just
Like,
it's not.
It's all in the same universe, but it's a bunch of small short
Yeah,
stories
it's
that
short
aren't
stories.
necessarily related. They're like
I'd say especially at the start it's pretty disjointed just because the first thing you learn is like the thing that kicks off it's the execution of Ned Stark, basically. It's the first thing that happens. And then you like look 10,000 years into the past for a chapter and you're like, what even is happening?
totally,
and then you go back to like into the future of the first assassination.
That's very Silmarillion, yeah, for sure.
And so it's this whole it's disjointed for the first 10 hours because there's all these different characters are building up towards the same pinnacle of what's happening.
Together.
But they're in different countries, totally not caring about what each other are doing.
Yeah.
And one of the main characters so far is like essentially a slave who was a soldier, became a slave. And he's like the most interesting, gets the most time.
David Speed is like Canada's most dangerous player right now.
I like how he stops and all of the U.S. is like, can we attack him yet? Or is this just a ruse?
Am I about to get fucked?
Oh, you missed him big time, buddy. He's quicker than that.
Make the shit
Bailed out by that stick. Canada came out with some heat though. They want something.
You know they're gonna light it up. Down 1.
It's not dangerous. And Yice. Cool for you, weirdo. Like it takes some getting used to, and it also just takes some like my big thing is that it's pretty low on my list of things to do is to just sit down and like listen to an audiobook. And if I try and multitask,
You just don't listen.
I don't retain
I totally
to anything.
Get that. 100%.
I think that also maybe with Sanderson's work is even worse because it's so dense.
It's pretty dense, which is cool. Like if you appreciate it.
It's complex.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, there's fairies and they're bad boys. You know.
The thing I wish
Like that book, baby.
Yeah. No, actually, this one is.
they're all bad boys.
Oh man, it's getting dark. It's real dark.
We're still on the politics.
The only
though.
thing I don't like about the multiple storylines is like I wish they would just all right. You're building to X point, right?
Right.
So just stick with the storyline to that point and then go to the next one. I hate when it's like, here's a chapter about this story. Now, fuck you. We're going to go to this other chapter, and you're like 60% of the way through 6 different stories. It's like, just give me one at a time. Like,
this part is not like that. This part is a complete story.
yeah.
But I've heard that you can just read Mistborn and it's good. But if you read Stormlight Archive, Way of Kings, and then read Mistborn, it's a lot better. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. But I don't know if I'm going to jump straight to Mistborn or if I'm going to try and get like caught up to Stormlight Archive before I jump around. Mistborn just sounds so much more palatable, though, from what people say.
I wouldn't know.
Mistborn was, I think, first. Was it not?
It might have been. Makes sense.
I usually try to read authors' works in the order that they were published.
Oh, interesting.
Not necessarily chronological order, because sometimes that's how the author was thinking of things. So things are a little bit less disjointed if you read them published order as opposed to chronological.
Gotcha. I think it makes sense. But no, apparently I've been on plane rides for 30 hours in the last 2 years. Because that's how long it's taken me to get 30 hours through the 50-hour audiobook of Way of Kings. And I almost exclusively listen to it just while I'm on the plane. Because it's great. I'm locked in. I'm not fumbling with the stupid TV if there is one. I have it downloaded so I don't have to worry about trying to get on Wi-Fi or anything.
Just
I just
vibing with it.
yeah, sit down, turn on the book, and go. And the plane rides always go real fast because I'm like, I want to keep listening to the book, but then the plane lands. And it's like,
That's that's the only place I watch anime anymore. Feels like on planes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great having that plane. When I ride planes with like multiple people, though, it's usually Switch because the like usually fits right into the slot really well. You can play Switch games.
I didn't have a Switch until a month ago, so
Really?
yeah.
But I think I said a Switch when we were playing D&D.
Sarah
I haven't.
has had a
Oh,
Switch.
okay, interesting. Is it the fancy
Yeah,
OLED?
it's the OLED, yeah. Which
Yours
the Switch 2 is going to come out in 6 months now that I bought one.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know what they would have to do besides having enough exclusive titles for it to be that much better.
Yeah, I mean,
Switch is great.
Okay.
And it's weak.
Yeah, that was a weak ass shot. Yeah, I don't know. Like, they've revealed some of the Switch 2 stuff, and I just don't. Like, it's an upgrade, but is it significantly different? It doesn't seem like it.
Well, plus with Nintendo for the last decade anyways, it hasn't been about like, oh yeah, this new hardware, the graphics. It's like,
For
no,
sure.
who cares?
They've never.
Yeah.
That's never been their shtick. For sure.
I still remember Sky playing Force Unleashed on the Switch.
Yeah.
And I played that game for like 60 hours, and I was like, what is this level? What is happening? And it's like, yeah, use the Wiimote to open the door. And I'm like, oh, this is just a completely different
Yeah, it's
game.
not the same at all.
Not even close. We can load only one room at a time. So if you go into a hangar, it's just one hangar.
One of the funniest memories I have of Sky was it Twilight Princess that she was playing at the time?
Probably. I remember some.
Where you and I were sitting there, I don't know, playing WoW or what. And it was like, nah, bro, it's Ganondorf. I guarantee you.
They
She's
were
like, no, not. This time it's a different
it's not.
thing.
And then like 4 hours later, it's like, it was secretly my master.
Yeah.
Ganondorf. I'm like, yeah. See, this is how this.
She
works.
was like upset. She's like, spoilers. It was like, I genuinely was making that up, dude. Like,
oh man, I really like because didn't she beat the absolute shit out of Red Dead it was before Red Dead Redemption. What was the first one? Red Dead Revolver.
Yeah, we beat that in one night. Yeah, I remember that.
And so I started a new game, and it was like you get grandfathered in all this ultimate shit, and so I just had this pistol that just one-shot bosses, and I just like blasted. I speed ran the game in 12 hours.
Yes,
It was a good time.
Can confirm, Neil. I bought a Switch for Pokemon, and it's consumed my life. So
Mm-hmm.
We have.
not all of them. Well, we will soon. I caught a shiny Moltres the other day.
Ooh, what color is it?
Red.
opposed to
Orange. Yeah.
Weak. Could have made it white. That would have been cool. Or like a blue flame burns hotter. That's my grievance with shiny Pokemon. Although I will say, what is it? Shiny like muck or something? It's like rainbow colors. And I was like,
That's just a muck. But
it's just a what?
Oh,
there are regional variants of Pokemon.
That's the coolest shiny I've ever seen in my life, and it's just a Pokemon that exists.
Yeah. Almost USA.
I like Pumpkaboo. I tried real hard to get Pumpkaboo shiny. I have a lot of Pumpkaboos.
Kick it out. Yeah, whatever. Is that icing?
Yeah.
Stop up. Bounce funny. All right.
I waved it because Dowdy's a coward.
That's it. That's in the rule book. If defending player retrieving the puck is a coward, icing is waived.
Yes. I are you like asking like a Gen Zer if it's lit, or are you asking if it's lit? Because yes, it is back.
But the other one's also backlit.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the switches are not backlit.
Like the OLED is nice. Not the thing I like the most about the OLED is the screen is bigger.
Yeah, there's no black bars.
Yeah.
Which, like, trying to go back to the old Switch after playing the OLED is not fun. It just looks weird. I tried it because I went to my brother's and he had basic Switch. And I was trying to play Sifu on it, and I was like, I can't see what's happening.
My eyeballs don't do that.
Yeah, I'm
I
old.
just never
That
play on the
sucks.
Switch. I always play on
Yeah, right. Why? Why even do it?
Well, I can't. I get like hand issues if I play on the Switch.
Really?
So I have to play on the Pro Controller.
Like they cramp up because the stupid little
It's,
tiny,
it's so small.
so small. We got the like 3D printed controllers that you can put they're not nunchakus, but that's what I call them. You call it put the Switch controllers in, so we can play Mario Kart. Game changer. Oh my God, no more cramping.
I mean, is that what you guys were just talking about? She
Yeah.
basically can't play without the Pro Controller.
Oh yeah.
It's nice.
I mean, we just got cheap little like you just take that one thing that slides out and then it pops into a thing that just puts more meat on.
I
it.
have.
That's all.
I have one too. I just,
Right. 'Cause-
I ruined your
Yeah,
with my
Nate.
goop.
Nate ruined my.
Which I was meaning to ask. When you open Pokemon cards, do you wear gloves?
I don't, but like I immediately put the expensive ones into like sleeves and stuff.
Interesting. I wonder if that will make a difference if you get them graded. If they're like, there's a weird like oil right here, so that's a 9.
So I sold a bunch of my dupes on eBay and got all positive reviews. So I think we're in the
Cool,
clear.
right.
I mean, you also don't really touch the card.
Yeah, I'm only
Like, you're
touching the
holding them on the
edges for
edges.
sure.
Okay. Cool.
But I that is a thing that I like worry about. I'm like I wash my hands an extra time before I like open my Pokemon cards.
I believe it.
I wash my hands an extra time before I open them.
You wash your hands an extra time before you do everything.
That's true.
You're like reading your book about to turn a page. Like, Here we go.
That's DJ. That's not a meme. That's just gonna be me.
That's saddening. Bro, you just need to sleep. It's 8:30.
Hey, Tiff,
So-
making an appearance.
What up, Tiff? I do think the OLED is genuinely better, but also 70% of my time I'm playing with it docked, plugged into my
Right.
monitor anyway.
So what's the point? My greatest achievement, though, was when we were in Mexico. I was extremely tired, and we were playing Mario Golf. And the Switch was essentially sitting like on your desk, and I'm laying back in the bed.
Yeah.
And Katie and Matt are sitting like at the foot
They're
of the bed.
locked in.
And
Yeah.
And I botched my tee shot, and then hit this amazing like chip in, I guess, but from like 200 yards out. Just like hit the pin and in, and I just went like, yes. I don't think I could have done that if it wasn't on the OLED. So that's the one difference, I'd say.
Clarity was.
That extra inch of screen was very important.
I feel
Yeah.
like with the latest Pokemon, it doesn't make that much of a difference because the graphics are so bad.
Yeah, the latest Pokemon runs like shit anyway.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Do you guys have, you said you have all of them,
we don't have all of them.
We
but you have
a lot of
most of them.
We'll have
A lot.
all of them by the end of next month.
Cool. There's So is that like
Thank you, Rex.
X and Y or whatever? Like, okay, so you're duping up to get all the
I mean,
Pokemans.
I get X.
Yeah. Right. Yes. We're paying for both. Yes.
Cool. But Katie has the one where it's like new graphics in 3D, so not like an old Game Boy game, but like you ride around on a weird Pokemon motorcycle.
Scarlet Violet.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And we got that one, and my brother was like, "Oh, cool! You got the new Pokemon, so did I." And then he found out she was playing that one, and he was like, "Oh," and like stopped talking to her about it because he's like, "That's not." He just said it's just so different from all the other Pokemon games. Is it really that way? That game's that much different?
I would say Sword and Shield and Scarlet Violet are very different from
The rest of
the
the
rest of the
because they're
Okay.
like
they're open world.
Right.
Sword and Shield is open world but very linear. Scarlet Violet is genuinely just open world.
Just
Like,
go wherever, do whatever. All right. We're in this hockey game. We got about 13 minutes left here.
honestly, I was expecting more from Canada. Like they've been in control, but they have not really, really pushed.
And it's one of those things where, on paper, it's the best roster I've maybe ever seen in my adult life. But in practice,
I wonder if like
what's that?
I just didn't understand when I was a kid.
Definitely
Like
you didn't.
it's so wild to me that like as an adult I'm like, oh yeah, when I was a kid at the Olympics, it's like Joe Sakic and Steve Yzerman are playing together. Like,
Oh, I recognize those names instead of being like, oh my god,
yeah,
this is amazing.
right.
No, somebody was commenting on a thread about I can't remember what exactly kicked it off, but it was like cool score. It was the McDavid to Crosby to McKinnon goal.
Yeah, sure.
And it's like those three names that stands out if you're a fan of hockey.
Yeah.
And so it's like, what are some other cool things that you've seen? And one of them was like Lidstrom's goal from Forsberg, and someone else, I can't remember who assisted. And it was like, man, at that time too, like those guys to be able to celebrate together, and then they have to go back to their regular life,
Right.
and everyone that they play with hates each other it's wild.
The thing that stands out to me the most of those is maybe the greatest goal in Canadian history is Sidney Crosby's golden goal in the Olympics.
Absolutely.
Assisted by Jerome McGinley.
Right.
And it's like, that dude is a part of maybe the greatest moment in Canadian hockey history. Never won a cup.
Right.
And he assisted a guy who's won 3.
Like, so close, buddy.
Yeah.
So close.
Bro, what graphics card do you have that can run a 48-inch 4K? 4K at 60 hertz, brother. All right, like I need a new monitor.
DJ's in one of those chairs that has the monitors mounted to it, and he like leans back into it.
He's in the Matrix, bro.
He's got like a leather duster on.
I fucking ruined my main monitor.
What?
You can't tell, but I like tilted it over to plug something into it and smacked it against my desk, and now the right side of it has.
You told me about that.
It's fucking.
I was just gonna assume that you paused it on porn too long, and that was burned into the.
Nah, it's not a fucking plasma, all right?
That is one of my favorite. Well, not favorite. It was a long time ago, copy pasta, but like some guy was pranking his friend as he was house sitting.
I've seen a few of those.
And paused it on some like hardcore gay porn or something.
I've seen
and
that
it burned into his TV.
I've seen someone that did it with a frame from the Chop Suey music video.
It's just always there.
Yeah.
And you don't always see it, but like the right light comes on and you're like, oh, jeez. Oh, man. Like a scene from Fight Club. Yeah, I remember my uncle had a really cool TV when I was growing up, and it was probably as big as like the tile of your fireplace. and the screen was just the top 2 rows of tiles.
You're like, the screen was only the top 2 rows?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, you said that, and I was like, that whole section of our house is very 4x3.
I mean, yeah, it was definitely one of those TVs that had like widescreen capabilities, but not a lot of the media was formatted for it.
Sure.
And so, for more often than not, the TV was really cool. But
30% of your screen just isn't getting used.
Yeah. And you're sitting so far away for when you do watch widescreen, but when you don't, you're like,
I gotta lean in. Yeah.
what's happening over there?
I don't know. Is this Canada not executing, or is this USA shutting them down so far this period, chat? What do you think?
Do you think?
Yeah, he's mad at himself for that weak ass shit.
You could chucked it up big time, bud.
I don't know. These USA jerseys are growing on me a little bit. I do like the gray tones in the lettering.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
True. Canada sucks without Cale Makar confirmed. Of course. I mean, there's 10 minutes left in a 1-goal game. It's far from over. Chat, can you take pictures of your dogs? Sylvie's fine on camera. Rex is super duper camera shy. He like somehow knows when we have our camera up and they're pointing.
You can like feel the IR turn on, and he's like, I don't like it. I don't want it.
Something.
Let's do a test. Rex. Oh, good boy. Oh my gosh, you guys, just 3 fantastic
That's so
pictures.
good. That's like the best pictures of Rex we've ever taken. That's not true. That's the best picture of Rex we've ever taken.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's the, like, I have hundreds of pictures of Rex in my phone. Imagine airdropping people. Also,
they fixed it so it doesn't like compress the shit out of them, but it still doesn't good. It doesn't get the light.
as long as you don't fucking edit a group of us, brother. Look at this shit.
I know. I fucked up. That's on me.
Is it on you though? Because I feel like it's on whoever isn't.
Send
on
these
the
to her
RCS.
too.
Okay.
Because like I can edit stuff in our family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't resend to the whole thing.
Yeah, because we're all on the RCS.
Sylvie, you're barking at nothing, girl. You don't even know what's going on. Rex
I don't
is
even know how to change that.
At least barking at something in theory.
No, he's not. He's right.
I mean, look at it. 13 minutes of offensive zone time.
For what?
Yeah.
21 shots? Like, ooh, just get bodied the blue line. Yeah, Canada does not look great, man. I don't want to be the one to say it, but
McKinnon, like, where nature's.
I do need a whistle. Oh,
In the slot.
Okay, that was dangerous.
And you got Hellebuck. Hellebuck. That Y throws me off.
Hellebuck.
Helle.
Just say it like the Y
Yuck.
is there.
Oh.
Does that say Rots Canada?
Roots.
Roots. All right. Oh, it's commercial. Oh my God, my wife just stole the bathroom. Scam. We have 4.
Scam.
Thank you.
I'm sure you got a grate somewhere. You can.
We have
make it
way
happen.
more bathrooms than we need. The grate is not in this house, brother.
That is one thing that every single TV I've had is so underwhelming and useless where it's like, oh, it has apps on it. It's like, I am not going to use that for 3 reasons. 1, it's going to be super slow. 2, it's going to be hard to log into. And 3, support's going to end for it in 35, 34, 33 seconds. It's always so annoying. All right, let me put it to you. Are we Apple TVers? Are we in the Roku gangs? We got Fire Sticks. Do we have one of each and have a recommendation for it? I will say my household is very heavy Roku as far as later generations, but we do have some Apple TVs from past lives in there. I don't even know what Rudo's going on. Do you guys have like any sort of Roku, or you just bring it all through your PCs?
We have Google Chrome, but it doesn't really work.
Chromecast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something has happened with our router where it won't, the IP address doesn't work. You need to reset the IP address. And you can't do that on a Chromecast.
What? That's weird. That's a weird one.
Very
NVIDIA Shield.
Oh, NVIDIA Shield's a piece of shit. Okay, I got sent this on Twitter, and it's genuinely amusing.
Until you read the top line, it's just like, yeah, I've seen this. Oh. Too bad it's ROW's not in this tournament, huh, buddy? Shield TV Pro. Until tonight, I literally never heard of the NVIDIA TV Shield.
Don't. It sucks.
That's wild. Google Streaming Box and NVIDIA Shield. Yeah, I think the new Rokus are really cool. I really like the ability to plug in like old school headphones into the remote so that if you're like next to somebody sleeping, you can listen to it full volume without it being weird. That blew my mind when that was available.
Bro, what's wrong with you?
This is a thing that happens on our street like 3 times a day.
Are they just doing donuts out there in the snow?
We're just revving their engines down the road.
That dude almost hit our fence.
Yikes.
He does it when it's not.
Yeah, Irish.
It's awesome.
I feel like the last 6 minutes have just counted by.
Yeah.
It hasn't really mattered to anybody. It's weird.
I feel like you got a great first period. Second period was all right. This period, I expected more out of Canada, to be honest.
And they came out hot for the first shift.
Yep. But they haven't put up continuous pressure the way I expected they would.
They're just sandbagging for the championship game.
I mean, let's be honest. If they beat Finland on Monday, they go
This
to the
game's
championship all the
meaningless.
same. Yeah.
Which, if they don't beat Finland, something's gone terribly wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Didn't
the
make the
worst.
throw.
That's
Didn't make
so
the
much.
throw.
so much red. You don't know. Sylvie, you gotta stop gremlining. It's so creepy.
What is gremlining?
On her hind paws, like skinwalking.
Like she'll just.
Ooh, good drop. Oh, what happened to that man? He just fell over there, dude.
The ghost of Mike Modano tripped him.
That's crazy they would take that headphone jack out, even though I understand that's just the way of the world now. Headphone jacks.
They put it back in.
The Roku remote?
Oh no.
Oh, the iPhone? Well, yeah. I mean, iPhones, that was always the plan. So they could be a brand new feature. I can't wait until they re-release the thumbprint scanner and it's just an iPhone 5.
Oh, you ruined in the meditation.
Sorry. Got the hiccups, so I gotta get some water.
Palpable tension. I mean, palpable desire. Canada doesn't want to be down one, but
I mean,
what are they doing about it?
in the sense that it's a 1-goal game, sure. But has Canada really been that dangerous? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Oh, I just want to say, chat, I appreciate hanging out with y'all. Makes life so much better that you get to hang out with the community, watch games like this.
Sylvie feels the same.
I imagine most of us are just dudes sitting on their couches watching games like us, and then we get to hang out and chat shit, whether it's hockey related or not.
True that. It's very cool. Ooh, I think there was legitimately a chance for a 5-hole off that rebound.
There's always a chance for 5-hole on Bennington, buddy.
Right. Jeez Louise, bro. Getting the Matt Calvert treatment over there.
All right, look. We all know it, but I'm gonna say it. Brady's a goofball.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, look at his face, and you just know. And Matthew was always like pulling, and Brady was always just there.
Keep it moving, Bubba. You gotta let me through. You gotta add to our pile of drank beers. Oh, my shit crashed again. Good time, I guess.
Your stream go down?
Be right back, chat.
Are you on that DLC there, Dreenith? I still have not checked it out. I've like spent 200 hours on my first 3 weeks of Elden Ring, beating the absolute living poop out of that game. But then when the expansion came out, it was like, I don't have the time to do this. I can't poop socket this hard.
I've never been a Souls-like guy.
Me either. Elden Ring really helped with that because the open world bit gives you the semblance of like, if you can't do what's going on over here, you can go somewhere else. Maybe it'll work out better versus the Souls games where it's like, if you just can't do it, then get good, idiot.
Have I told you about my trying to play Dark Souls 3?
I don't think you have. How'd it go?
I have 8 hours in that game. I never finished the tutorial.
No. What?
I'm not patient.
Ah.
So learning how to fight, not my thing.
It took me like 25 hours of playing Elden Ring to realize that like if you hit the button you want to hit more than once, it will screw you up.
Yeah.
And I'm there like dodge, and it's like you gotta be calm
I think
and make a choice
it's also
and live with that choice.
definitely better to play on a controller. Because I was trying to play Dark Souls on PC and all of the tutorial instructions are like, press B for this. And I was like, but what is that on PC?
On Dark Souls, they even? Did you have a controller plugged in or something? That's fucking weird. That's oversight. It can't be like that. I'm sorry. There's no way. You fucked something up. It's your stupid AMD graphics card.
This is the Xbox. All right.
No, actually, I think I looked it up online,
Squeaky bum time.
and everyone was like, no, this is just how the tutorial is written. It's just for Xbox controllers. Because I think the idea is that you would play it on an Xbox controller.
Well,
You
yeah,
can
it's
play it on
definitely
PC.
recommended. Yeah.
But I don't have an Xbox controller. I had a Switch controller.
Which, by the way,
Just get an Xbox controller. It's great.
why we got to do this?
And it's over.
USA, USA, USA.
Gensel,
Two
the
of the three.
two-piece.
I mean, one of them's empty netter, but
It counts.
look at you,
I
Canada.
mean, the first one might as well have been.
Ah, fuck.
800 hours on Elden Ring, my lord.
That's so many hours. I mean,
That's a lot of time
That's
there.
actually not that many hours.
It's the least of the majority of Elden Ring players.
There are so many games that I have so many hours in.
Ooh, and Larks with the assist too.
2.9 for D-Boss.
Yeah, that's a clean 8 minutes of hockey he's played tonight.
Let's see. How many hours do I have in WoW? How many hours are in a year?
Oh my god.
What's 24 times
That's 365 times 24. 8,760.
Okay, so I have well over 10,000 hours.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
definitely.
probably like 20,000 hours in WoW.
Easily.
I have at least 10,000 hours in StarCraft. I have thousands of hours of Pokemon. I have I think I just crossed 3,000 hours of Counter-Strike.
How many hours do you have?
Oh, like
That's what I started
20,000.
with, yeah.
Like some outrageous fucking number.
Something rolled them.
And another.
Oh, you're cut. There it is.
Oh, you guys suck. Austin Matthews is a bum.
Dylan Larkin better than Austin Matthews? Confirmed.
Heads up, chat. CHGO is doing a post game. If you're interested in that, highly recommend you go check out those guys. We're just the Watchalong crew. Snipe from distance. D-Boss.
D-Boss? Oh.
All right. You can have a second round pick and Miles Wood.
For the best 2C in the league,
Uh-huh,
Dylan Larkin.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no. Oh my God. There was like at the end of last season, like an 8-9 game stretch or something that Dylan Larkin was out for. Right amongst the hottest streak they'd have all year. He gets injured and he goes out. And I don't know if they won a single game. I don't think they took a single game to overtime. The whole team was flat and dead. Which is why when I read comments like, oh, Dylan Larkin shouldn't be the captain of the Detroit Red Wings, it's like you have no idea what you're talking about. He's the only one that deserves that letter.
Play free bird, chat. America. We're the best.
You give the salute all you want, you still got to get up and...
I know. Chat, we appreciate you hanging out. It's always a fun time. We'll be back on Monday, or at least I'll be back on Monday watching those games. I love you all, and we'll see you on the next one. Go watch CHGO's post game if you want more ALLCITY stuff. Goodbye. She didn't. It takes like 10 seconds to turn off, so.